and then Ramilia's sports report making guys, yeah, Ramilia's in the house. He's got something to say. He's got a good background too. I got to upgrade my stuff. What's up, Ralph?
Can you hear me, Grant?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. First of all, I just wanted to say I've been watching you for a long time, and I'm like huge fan of you.
Oh, thank you. I
Um,
appreciate it.
I think in today's day and age, nobody really everybody's so buddy buddy with the athlete these days, and you're just like you're actually journaling, you
I'm
know?
trying, man. I'm trying. I appreciate it.
One thing I wanted to say is that I just hope we clean house at the end of the season because I am so tired of this regime. I'm so tired of the trying to find a gem or trying to find an obscure draft pick that, oh, like a system guy that we can create and exploit with. They like to have that ego where they have like their offenses work their way with their timing and nobody else can do it. And I
Mhm.
just think it's just that's just one small problem, but it goes to like from the drafting side to the practical side where you're talking about not warming up, right? That you see them doing. I've been following like that they just do dynamic stretching. That's just yanking
Yeah,
on your
they do something they
muscles.
call activation, but I don't know.
Well, like you said, they could tell you all the studies they want, but you're just yanking the muscle to start the day and nothing else. And
Yep.
then you're just going out. That's
I mean, I'd love
um
to get a study on like which team had the most injuries in practice this year. There's a certain amount of injuries in games in football that are unavoidable because it's a violent sport, but you control the environment in practice. You dictate how hard players go. If you consistently are getting guys like injured in practice, that's something you could prevent. And the Niners have had some serious ones. I mean, Yeturgos Matos came back too soon, injured himself in practice. Who was it last week? Anyway, Alfred Collins. Alfred Collins hip. He's back now. Anyway, the practice injuries kill me.
yeah, it's like that's not normal. It looks like an episode of MASH on our sideline, year in and
It's
year
not
out.
good. Yeah.
And there's just a couple more things with like I feel like the main talking heads on our coaching staff, they do more of a like an emergency cover up job. Like it just always feels like they're trying to cover for something or trying to portray something that's not the case within the locker room, and they spend so much energy on that as opposed to getting their guys ready. Like, do you notice how much they try to play with the narrative of what's going on with the 49ers? And
Mhm.
you know, guys like Bill Walsh could care less about stuff like that. Like the players were like they were coached to say so little.
It's very important for the Niners to be seen the way they want to be seen. You know,
Exactly.
which is funny. It seems like they get really lost in the weeds with that stuff as opposed to just winning. Like,
Yeah,
why do
and
you know what I mean?
okay, so I'm relatively young, and so for as a I coached varsity football this past season, right? And I noticed that because I didn't I'm coaching at a school that's from another city, not the one I played at, and I went to the school I went to had a really good regime where they're like very focused on doing all the right things as far as like working out to how you spend your time. And I go to this school to coach, and I see how it's like such a disaster. And our head coach is, and I know it's like you can't compare apples and oranges, like a little rinky-dink high school, but I just noticed that it's a common thing with like anything that's run bad, as far as sports. They always care about like the administrative side too much. You know, our
It just
coaches
it,
is
it
just
seems to
like,
be with the Niners. Like you could say they have a good coach, but what Kyle the details he is all over are the X's and O's, and it's not surprising that they always have injury issues because those are like details that he's just not on top of. How to prevent this? I bet he doesn't even think about it. I bet he says it's football. There's nothing I can do. All I can do is draw better plays and
yeah,
draft more players.
yeah, and how to cocoon myself from the media or from outward criticism.
Or how to like how to get enough media people on my side parroting my point of view and telling people how freaking smart I am. I mean, how many people, local and national, will tell you how smart Kyle is? Kyle Shanahan the best coach in the league? I think
I
actually
know
Kyle's better than Sean McVay. Like,
it's it's like the juice check Harvard thing. It's like something that
yeah,
they gotta show up your ass every time you're
like
watching something
if
on
you
them.
like know a little bit about the Niners and you want to sound really plugged in and informed, just talk about how Kyle Shanahan secretly, if you really know ball, he's the best coach in football.
No,
Okay.
he outsmarts himself like every big game we have where, okay, it'll be like he, we have to get the ball and punch it hard downfield, and it's like a very tight situation. And he's going to create a play where there's motions and creating separation between the ball from the backfield to the line of scrimmage, and that you can't do that in that situation. He doesn't want to admit he built his whole team wrong, so he's doubling down
His
on this.
offense is so slow. And when he gets
Yes,
an early lead in the game and his defense is good, then he can do that all game and chill and walk to the line of scrimmage and have the shifts and the motions, and it looks great. And the defense is on
yeah.
their heels. But when he's down and his defense sucks and he's trying
Oh,
to
he
get back
wasn't.
in the game and he's still calling that slow ass shit with no up tempo, nothing, and all these
Yeah.
shifts and motions, it's like, dude, you're running the clock down on yourself. That's to me again more stubborn, arrogant, inflexible stuff that like you could be the smartest, best coach in the world, but if you're stubborn and arrogant, you're always going to get in your own way, always. And I feel like he's old enough to have learned that life lesson by now.
Well,
Sorry.
he's naturally a small picture guy. He's not a guy that can run
True.
the organization. He needs to be in
True.
an office somewhere with a dim light and a chalkboard and all
That's
this
right.
old film.
That's where the magic happens for him on the
Exactly.
chalkboard. Yep. All right, Ralph. I got to take some more calls, man. You killed it. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, Grant. Thank you.
Hell yeah. I like the background too. I didn't exactly know where he was sitting, but it was picturesque and I liked it. It kind of put a whole vibe to what he was saying. And he was like kind of soft spoken, but also had a lot to say. You know what I mean? It was like powerful. Ralph killed it. Okay, here we go. Ramelia Sports Report. It's time to let the Rams guy talk some crap. Then we got JC after that. What's up?
What is up, Grant? Let me fix my.
What's up? What's up? There you go.
Appreciate
There you
like
go.
My let's.
I like it. Is that NFL Blitz? Oh man, I used to play that game all the time.
R2D2. I got Back to the Future. Aaron Donald's
NFL
right
Blitz.
Here. Speaking of Aaron Donald, I don't know if you saw the tweet that when the Rams took the belt to the ass of the Niners at Levi, that's what he said. It was a belt to the ass win, and all the Niner fans got all mad. But you know, basically we made up for a wrong. I mean, yes, the Niners have backups playing, and basically the quarterback that played against the Rams was better than Brock Purdy. We all saw it. The guy's been horrible for the last 5 games. I mean, his toe, we'll see if it's better. He's done some great things in 2023 as CMC, but they're not the same players clearly anymore. And then here's the Niners again paying a quarterback. And then saying, "Oh, here's another one out of my ass that's just as good." I mean,
every time they pay a quarterback, it blows up in their faces, but someone else emerges behind them. It's the weird. It's like they're like they're the luckiest unlucky team. It's incredible how they always get bailed out.
To put things in perspective, imagine the Rams get a backup quarterback off the street because Matt Stafford's back was messed up. Remember, they put him in the immortal chamber, you know, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It did miracles.
And they fall in love with Stetson Bennett because he's good for 2 months.
Everybody, I don't think his back was messed up because come on, look at how he's moving around. He's doing the shimmy and stuff as he's lighting up the Niners defense. And you wanna put a fear in Salah's eyes. Just say personnel 13.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
You want to quake him in his boots, and
that wasn't good.
You know, that was a little that was for Liam Cohen. You know, Salah had that big mouth talking about, oh, they steal our signals. Oh, but it's a compliment. Good. So McVay shut him up, and
McVay shut him up too, huh? Because that Cohn's his guy.
Because you know, the first game we were sleepwalking. We were 5.5, 8.5 point over. You know, favorites. We thought they were going to roll over, but Mac Jones wouldn't let them roll over. If it was Brock Purdy, he probably would have won by 40 points if he played, not being able to be mobile. So we basically, in this game, they got a garbage. This is how important it was to keep the game as close as could be with Kyle Shanahan, is he left CMC out there, Mac Jones out there, the guys that are basically he needs because Brock Purdy was still on the shelf, and Ricky Pearsall, the NASCAR driver, on the sidelines. They stayed in for that garbage time touchdown. I mean, so basically in this last game, we covered both games, the 8.5 and the 5.5, even with that garbage time touchdowns, and we could have put 50 on them. I really wish that McVay would have just put that 50 in there, even though that's his buddy. He's not going to do it, but you know, a 50 spot would have been lovely. But here we are with the Seahawks, and I wish that this Niner team, they had Fred Warner, but I wish they would have played the Seahawks now. they got him when they were horrible. Tonga stepped in front of the guy getting ready to intercept Brock Purdy's
I think they're
duck.
going to beat you guys.
That was a lucky. They were so fortunate. They were doing with smoke and mirrors. They beat us.
I think the Seahawks are going to beat you guys this week. Ramilia.
They clocked Kyron Williams in the jaw, made him fumble on the goal line. And what is that, Grant? Is that a legal play? You could.
I said I think the Seahawks are going to beat you. I said I think the Seahawks are going to beat you this week. You didn't hear me?
Well, I said that we're going to split them. We're going to split with them.
Okay.
But I don't know what game it's going to be. We're coming off of playing really great. Stafford's got like 20 touchdowns with 0 interceptions.
He's good.
Yeah, and so we'll see. I think we're going to split with them. We'll see what happens with that. But like I was going to say, imagine we get a guy off the street like a Mac Jones, and he plays better than Stafford. I mean, come on, that doesn't happen. But it's like if Stafford gone down and Stetson Bennett stepped in and had a good 2 months and put up numbers, and the Rams were like, "Oh, is he a franchise quarterback?" Like, only that's
the Niners.
Why it's so crazy about Brock's
only
back.
The Niners.
So what does that mean? They brought him against the horrible Arizona Cardinals, and unfortunately they have injuries. But the one great thing is you got to meet my guy in person, Jake Elbogen. Great content creator. I want to give him a shout out. And what's cool about Ram fans that were there, and there was some Ram fans there, they got to see where they want to sit down in February for the Super Bowl. So that's the main thing. That's the main thing for Niner fans is we're gearing up to try to win the Super Bowl at Levi Stadium. Imagine Jim, and then Stafford hands the Lombardi over to Jimmy G. Jimmy, who do you want to give a shout out to? Imagine that.
That's why, like, of all the years for the Niners to pick to like not go for it and to like take lumps or whatever they want to call it, why this year when you're hosting the Super Bowl? You wanted so bad to host the Super Bowl. You're probably never going to host it again because, frankly, it's the worst stadium on the West Coast, and it's not in San Francisco. And you just open the door for the Rams or the Seahawks to dance on your field? Like, that's embarrassing. Well, I don't know.
That's this lemonade stand, Grant. Remember they're talking about lemonade stands. That's why I used to call them the Can't Get Right crew. They're always doing something. And they always ask me, why do you talk about the Niners so much? Because it gave me so much material. I could do George Lopez type material on just the Niners alone. All day. Yeah. The Rams are over there doing stuff right. It's kind of boring.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Thanks for calling in.
Love you, brother.
Yeah. All right. Love you too, man. JC and then Kenny. I seen you like struggling to get on and find some good service. I got you, man. JC and then you. You can probably be the last one, Kenny. All right, JC, what's up?
Hey, not much. How you doing, Grant?
Pretty good.
I gotta agree with you about, the injury thing here and stuff. I think Kyle just I think it goes back all to the offensive line, I mean, like Jake Brendel, the same thing. Jason Kelsey, they're the same. It ain't the same, I mean, it's just the whole offensive line leads to the hospital ball that the Niners play, on the offensive side. The defensive side, it's just been, well, how do you hurt Fred Warner? The guy's just a machine, he could play on a broken ankle, but I mean, he got hurt,
It's just so shameful that he got hurt in a play with 10 men on the field. Like, guys, get your stuff together, man. Like, these things matter. There's big consequences in football games.
Yeah. And well, Kyle to me is just a guy who's brilliant at picking people that he can take credit for what they do. He got
like Max good, but not too good. Yeah, just good enough for Kyle to get praised. Yeah.
Yeah, he got Saleh. So, when Saleh's keeping everybody below 15 points, Shanahan's a genius.
Yep.
He's like 21st in points scored on offense. I don't get it, because the defense is really good. Kyle gets credit for the offense.
To me, like the discourse around Kyle this year has been incredible. Everyone was talking about him in the coach of the year conversation. His offense sucks. His running game sucks.
Yeah.
And the only thing keeping him afloat was the kicker, the backup quarterback, and the defensive coordinator. Now, Kyle Shanahan gets credit for like bringing them into the organization as like an executive, but as a head coach, nah. As an offensive coordinator, nah.
Exactly.
Nah. Yeah.
And,
sorry.
And I watched Mac Jones, and stuff. And the 2-minute drill. I mean, they came back 2 minutes. Kyle does not coach that.
I've never seen
Mac
Brock lead that.
Rockwood.
That's Mac. He's
Yeah.
good at it. It's a lot of fun to watch.
And I look at the quarterback thing, Kirk Cousins. How come he never plays for him? Kyle, I'm sure, calling him. Kurt's like, yeah, I love you, man, but no.
Who do you think's going to be Brock's backup next year? When they trade Mac Jones, which they're probably going to do, and they need another quarterback to back up Brock because he can't stay healthy, here comes Kirk Cousins after. You really think Kyle's not going to coach Kirk one more time for old time's sake? I bet he will.
Well, that may be, but Kurt's now at the end of his career. He wasn't starting, and I think Kurt turned him down. So, you got 2 years till you coach the good out of a quarterback. And every time Kyle can coach the good in 2 years.
The trajectory is like first year good, second year better, third year, fourth year, fifth year, you're out of the league.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's because of I have never been a Kyle Shanahan fan, but it's being demonstrated so openly this year.
Yeah, and the fact that the Niners have given him a decade on the job just lets him show us who he is repeatedly over and over and over again. JC, good stuff. Thank you very much.
Man, have a good day. Right. Thanks.
I'm going to take some prize picks. I got Kane. Kane, I lost Kenny, but I want to tell you guys something. I found this out yesterday, and I'm going to confirm it, but this is like a secret. I waited till the end of the show, but I want to tell all 1,100 you guys. Okay, so I heard this yesterday. Apparently, so you know how like football teams have like rookie hazing kind of stuff? Like a lot of times they have to do a talent show, okay? So I heard that the Niners rookies had to do a talent show this year, and that 2 rookies reenacted my little thing with Javon Kinlaw, and that someone did Kinlaw and someone did me. I don't know who it was. I can't tell you how I found out, but I'm going to be asking around the locker room trying to figure out a little bit more about this story because that's the funniest shit I've ever heard. And shout out to the rookies that did that. I mean, like, how do they even know? That was almost 4 years ago. I have a feeling that little video lives on in infamy, and everyone's seen it. But I just want to know, like, who played me, and did they like give me, like, I was tough in that interact. I didn't back down. So was Kinlaw. Kinlaw had some great lines. I thought I had some good lines too. Anyway, I wish I could have seen that performance. Damn, that's hilarious. Anyway, I'm not the one. Javon, do you think you're representing the Niners organization well right now? That was a good line. I said that. Do you think? Because he wasn't. That was the thing. But he was representing himself well. Anyway, shout out to Javon. Kane.
What's up, Grant?
What's up, Kane? How you doing?
What's going on, man? Calling out of I'm in Georgia right now, but I'm from New Jersey.
Okay.
Always listen to you, always catch your shows, so I'm on the road. My thing is with Kyle is I'm like, do you even watch film on the other team's defense to go after their weakest? Like they did us. Like they went after us this last game. Like they're film watching on us and they attacked us.
They're like, oh, Luke Gifford shouldn't be on the field. We got him.
Yes.
They knew that. Yeah, they knew that.
And they went after us. They went after. They knew our team is hurt right now, so they exploited us. They showed Arizona what to do to us this game. If they did the same thing the Rams did. But my thing with that too is with John, you say you go after good players, you trying to draft and everything. Without the defensive line you had in front of you when you played football, you wouldn't have been who you are. Without Warren Sapp and them guys in front of you that got after the quarterback. You know what I mean? That put pressure on them. You got the DBs out there running around forever.
What are they supposed to do?
Yeah. So my thing is like, Kyle, and then I know he's trying to with his scheme. His scheme is going to do it all, win it all. No, it's not. I think he's not a head coach to me. He's an offensive coordinator at best. Yes, head coach. No. I'm not going to.
He'd be so much better in a strong organization with a strong head coach and a strong general manager, and he could just do his job.
Yeah,
he's so much better. Yeah.
So I want to get on here and say that I ain't gonna take too much of your time. I gotta get ready for work, but always listen to you. Always catch shows. Tell the coach I said I'll be in his lives. I don't say too much, but I just be listening to him when he do his games.
For sure. I'll tell him. Thanks, Kane.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, definitely check out the coaches' live watch parties. They're fantastic. I wish I could do those, but I'm here. Also, make sure if you guys are members of my YouTube channel, which some guys have been members for like 4 or 5 years, and I haven't really done a good job of creating members only content. You guys do it just to support and have like cool little badges when you leave comments. I respect it. Thank you. But we are now making some members only content. Sounds bad, but it's good. It's called 3 Deep. Also sounds bad, but it's good. It's me, Coach Jesse Naylor. It used to be the 4-man front, but Ryan has temporarily retired. I don't know. He's now a varsity basketball coach, which is super cool. I wish I was a varsity something coach. And if I was, I would give it all up. But he's doing something serious. We're talking football. So shout out to Ryan. I'm sure he'll be around in the comment section. Maybe he'll make a guest. You know, like maybe he'll like host a show like you know like how Norm Macdonald like left SNL but then came back. Like maybe it'll be like that. I hope. But in the meantime, in between time, 3 Deep, members only. If you're a member, you get the link every week to watch me, Jesse, and Coach chop it up. We do it on Wednesdays, 5 Pacific every week. So if you're already a member, cool. I'll always post a link in my community posts, and you get the link, and you can be up in there as we talk. It's just an incredible conversation. The insight, the banter. Come for the insight, stay for the banter, because the laughing, the forced male laughing. No, we actually do make each other laugh. Don't you hate that shit though? And like Fox, NFL Sunday, Howie, Jimmy, Terry, laughing at the worst jokes, not even making jokes and laughing. Like, why are they laughing? Oh, that is truly funny, Jimmy. That is truly funny. Hate that shit. Just want to say that. You know Fred Warner's going to be on Fox NFL Sundays in like 5 years. Nah, it's going to be Kittle. Man, can I say something also like off the record while no one's watching, especially no one on the Niners? No, I'm not going to say it. I don't need to say it. I don't need to say it. What I do need to do is some prize picks. Hold on. I don't ever have it ready. Boom, there's that. And then I'm going to share the screen where you... Hurry up. Hurry up. Why isn't it sharing? What's that about? Yo, what's that about? I don't understand. I don't like it. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Prize picks. So what's annoying about the prize picks this week is that all week they thought Mac Jones was going to start. I don't know why they thought that. I tried to tell them. I was like sending smoke signals to prize picks wherever they're located. I know where they're located. I'm not telling you. And they didn't, but now they listen. And it's Brock Purdy. He's starting 252.5 passing yards for Brock. He's going to hit that. He's going to hit that and then quit that more. I'm telling you, man, Kyle Shanahan is on a mission to prove that he was right to pay this guy. I am taking the more against Arizona. Easy. Jacoby Brissett, 230.5. 230.5. I think he'll just beat that out by a little bit because the Niners defense is not good. Rushing yards. Bam Knight, 35.5. I mean, he's not good, but neither is the Niners defense when it comes to stopping the run. I mean, 35.5 is so little, but it's a lot for Zonovan. I don't feel great about it. You know, I'm going to leave Zonovan alone. What I want to do is smash the more on Brian Robinson. I'm telling you. Unless Kyle is watching this, I feel like he's been spiting me all year. I told everyone that I'd passed on Christian McCaffrey to take Derrick Henry in fantasy football. Guess what? Christian McCaffrey gets the ball every freaking play. I should have taken Christian. My bad. Then I tell everyone I took Ricky, and he just magically doesn't play for 6 weeks. Thanks a lot, Kyle. I see what you're doing. You're trying to sabotage me, aren't you? So, yeah, I'm starting Brian Robinson in my Dynasty League because I'm on a 9-game winning streak, 8-game winning streak. I'm 9-1. And yet I don't have a second running back. I have Jahmyr Gibbs and a poo-poo platter of backups. And it doesn't matter. I'm that good. So I'm starting Brian Robinson this week. And I think Kyle's going to make me look smart. I'm telling you, man, 17.5, easy. Easy. Christian, 68.5. That's a lot. I think it's going to be less. That's a lot. I don't think he's going to get there. That's how I feel. Chris receiving. Trey McBride. Michael Wilson. Should I pick him up in fantasy? He's not that good, though. Kittle. Pearsall, that's the one. 39.5 receiving yards. Do you understand how many? Easy more. Oh, because he's rusty. He was shooting jumpers. If he could shoot jumpers, he could go for 40 yards in this. Hey, look, you guys thought some people thought that was an impertinent question. I asked about the jumpers. 3 days later, he's back on the field. You're welcome, Ricky Pearsall fantasy owners. You're freaking welcome. I'm just so good at quality control. It's crazy. 39.5 for Ricky Pearsall. That's easy money. George Kittle, 49.5. More. Are you kidding? One of the reasons they bench Mac is Kittle didn't get the ball enough. He even said it. He was like, I really like Brock. He really throws me the ball a lot. Caught a lot of passes from Brock. That's what he said. Caught a lot of passes from Brock. Those are my picks. They're all right. I'm going to make it a 40 burger. Boom, to win 600 because I'm going to win. Submit in the lineup. Bing bong. Download the app. Prize Picks. Use promo code COHN. Play $5. Get 50 instantly in lineups when you use that promo code Cohn. App is available in 45 states, including Texas and California. Kenny, man, this guy's been in 8 different places. Kenny,
what's going on,
man?
So I'm a busy guy to make sure I know no driving, man.
I appreciate it, Kenny. How you doing, man?
It's all good. Enjoy the show, man. Real quick, I'm not gonna be long, man. Just 3 subjects, or 3 topics. The first topic is I rock with Brock, and I'm not saying that to be like gimmicky. I do, but watching Brock, I feel like the rest of the fan base feel like it's like watching Jimmy G all over again, man. He's getting a little squirrely out there. I used to love his mobility. Like, yeah, okay, he can break out of the pocket, but there's just the comfortability watching Mac. I know he's gonna drop it right there on the dot, like every time. His decision making is way better than Brock, and I would like to see somebody debate that. Like Mac's decision making, even though he's not as like mobile, his decision making is on point for the most part. If you look at all the picks he's got so far this year, they haven't been on him really. They've been either tipped by an offensive lineman or something, something weird.
Or they're like on 4th down forcing a pass. I've seen 2 of those. Whereas Brock, the thing that's crazy about him is most of his picks come on 1st down. Like, throw it away. What are you doing? Second down exists. What are you doing? Yeah.
And the second thing I want to say, keep pressing, like keep doing quality control. Keep pressing Shanahan, the whole organization about that O-line. Because we're not going to win anything big until we fix that O-line. It's crazy. It's like being in a sinking boat and just putting duct tape over every hole. And I don't get it why they just won't. Nobody would just step up and say we need to focus here. I just don't understand it. Hey, Trent's on his way out. I love Trent, man, but Trent, he's holding on. I don't know why he doesn't even speak up and say I need some help out here. I need some reinforcements.
They paid him. Because they paid him. I feel like, what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of these vets would normally be complaining, but they all got paid. So how can they? I mean, they kind of got to go along with it.
Yeah. It's just mediocrity, man. It's like the standard is gone. Like the standard. I grew up watching the Niners. Like the standard is gone. I try to rock with the new regime, but they keep shooting themselves in the foot like every time. Well, I forgot what the third topic was, but bring Mac back, man. That's what it was. And I heard what you were saying about Tom Brady giving Brock underhanded, like backhanded compliments. I haven't caught it yet, but I like Tom's analogy of if they didn't go with the hot hand, I probably wouldn't be here. And I don't get it. Like stick with Mac. Mac is winning. The offense he's done more with less than Brock did last season. To me. In my opinion.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like
that's
the only reason you make this switch is to, own people who disagreed with you or change the discourse. It's so unnecessary. You'd win this game with Mac, but hey, try it your way.
Yeah, and I'm not going against Brock. I mean, he should win. It's Arizona, but then he was supposed to win against the Jags, and I think Mac would have won that game.
If you lose this game and miss the playoffs, it's a horrible decision. Like you can't mess around. You can't lose this game. Can't lose this game. And you probably won't, but any given Sunday.
I think that trade deadline really killed the morale of the team. Like they ain't have any. You grew up. I mean, you're not that far off. I'm 42. How old are you again, Grant?
37.
See, you remember Major League, right? With Charlie Sheen, they have no cojones, man. They didn't have any cojones this year. You host the Super Bowl. It's like you're supposed to go for it. Like, what do you got to lose?
Agree. And like also people in that locker room, it's been so clear that the team is really prioritizing 2026. But how many of those guys in the team will be there in 2026? Football.
Exactly.
A lot of those guys are going to get cut. So what's their incentive to? I mean, of course, they all want to play hard and put out good tape so they can. But it's like there's going to be some business decisions out there, and it's going to be hard for the team to come together when a lot of these guys know they're on the way out.
It's ridiculous, man. And they know the NFL stands for not for long. Like you got to get it. That's why, honestly, I respect Detroit. I can't stand the Rams, but they know how to win when it counts. And it's like you look at all these other organizations, and it's like it might be time to just gut it. Like it's either Kyle has to go or Lynch has to go. One or the other, or maybe even both. But it's like they say, who are we going to get to replace Kyle? But somebody, something isn't right.
There was Ben Johnson last year. He's doing a pretty good job with the Bears. A couple years before that, there was Shane Steichen. He's killing it with the Colts now that he has a quarterback. I mean, Kyle's not the only offensive. He's not a genius. He's a good offensive coach. There's a lot of good offensive coaches. Just saying.
Yeah, geniuses know the overtime rules in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, geniuses have their offense scoring more than 21 points a game.
Exactly. But that's it, man. I ain't gonna hold their time, man. I hope they smarten up. I hope Brock does good. He should win these next couple of games, but bring Mac back. It's like I can't take the Jimmy G anxiety watching games anymore. It's like every time he drops back, it's like you're freaking out. You know what I'm saying?
Is he gonna throw a pick? Is he gonna get hurt? Yep.
Jesus, man. I don't know, man. Right. I don't feel good about it, but I appreciate it, man. Y'all be easy, man.
Thanks, Grant. Good stuff. Appreciate you, man. All right. Lee Hollywood H says, Grant, let's talk Kyle. Bill Walsh, 10 years, 3 Super Bowls. Seifert, 8 years, 2 Super Bowls. Mariucci, 6 years. Harbaugh, 4 years. My point is, has Kyle just run his course? This is all we will get, and it's time to go in a different direction. I mean, I do feel that way. How many coaches have won their first Super Bowl on their first stint and with their first team as a head coach, won their first Super Bowl 9 years deep into their tenure? I already know the answer to that. How many guys have done it? The answer is uno. Bill Cowher was the head coach of the Steelers for like 15, 16 years, and he finally won one right at the end of his tenure. It's the only guy. I mean, John Madden, I think it took him about 8 years with the Raiders. Kyle's good, but if it hasn't happened for him now, it's probably not going to happen for him. And what I want to say about Kyle, the same thing happened to his dad. Maybe you guys don't remember this. I lived through this in the 90s, but his dad was a better coach than Kyle. He won back-to-back Super Bowls, also won a Super Bowl with the Niners as a coordinator, won 3 Super Bowls. After that, though, like he became the emperor of the organization in Denver. He became the vice president. He was picking the players, coaching the team. He had as much power or more than Kyle Shanahan has now. And what happened? Just a slow, inevitable slide into mediocrity. And they eventually fired him after like 12 years. And what a lot of people said is, Mike, the GM, got Mike, the head coach, fired. Is that not what's happening with the 49ers and Kyle? Is it not history repeating itself? The thing about the Shanahans is they are good coordinators, but they don't want to be coordinators. They don't want to be head coaches. They want complete control over the whole organization. You've heard about how they put cameras and microphones in all the rooms so they can know everything that's being said during meetings, between meetings, who said it, why, when. That is a whole different level of dictatorship. That's how they run organizations. And I don't think it's healthy. It's not how Andy Reid runs the Chiefs. It's not how Sean McVay runs the Rams. It's not how, the Eagles are run. It's not the coach gets all the power. There's a chain of command like the military, and you're not being run from the back. Mark Adams says, "Am I too late? You said you was going to be on tomorrow. Enjoy these jump shots, Grant." No, you're not too late. I'm here now. Unfortunately, I can't do it tomorrow. Trevor's driving. When he pulls over, I could bring him on the show. I think that's Mark right there. I'll get Johnny as well. What up, Mark? Are you Mark McAdams? Or just a different Mark? No.
Yeah. How you doing, Grant?
Thanks for calling in.
Hey, thanks for being here. Hey, it's crazy. You just brought up the cameras and all that stuff with Kyle and kind of how in the team and huge Niner fan. The last time they won, I was 10 years old. I remember that Super Bowl. So it's been a long time, and 49ers fans want, they want a Super Bowl, but I don't think Kyle's going to do it. I tell people, if he wasn't able to win a Super Bowl with that amazing team that he had against the Chiefs last time with McCaffrey and Kittle and Trent Williams at his Hall of Fame status, and
people kill me about it. It's like it's year 9 of his tenure, and he's not going to win a Super Bowl this year. It's clear, and people are like, "Well, he's building something." Okay, he's building. So you got to wait. It's a 3-year plan. It's like, all right, so he gets 11 years with this team, and he's building something this late in his tenure, and he's building it through the draft. He can't draft. I know where this is going. They're not going to ever have a team like they had in 2023. That team was put together through trades and free agent signings, not just the draft. So
yeah, that team in 23, it was so good and healthy. That's what I tell people too. After that Super Bowl, I said, I say we, I'm not a part of the team. The 49ers are never going to be that healthy again. And that's what people too, like, you see all the injuries, and they put it on the game log. They say, Shanahan's got the most time missed from any coach. And they were 23. I just don't think the team is ever going to be that good again. And Shanahan couldn't get it done then. They couldn't run the ball with Jordan Mason. You was preaching all year about Jordan Mason being the man, and 5 yards to carry. Hey, he doesn't know the playbook. He doesn't know the blocking schemes. So what about a blocking scheme? Put him in the game. He can run somebody over.
He seems to be averaging 5 yards to carry somehow, some way.
You said it before.
Yeah.
You said it before. If they play him in the Super Bowl, do they win that game? Do they get a few more first downs? Yeah. And I'm sorry, my mind's in a lot of places right now, but I'm not a super genius like Kyle Shanahan. I didn't even call you to bash on Shanahan. I wanted to talk about other things too, but in that Super Bowl on third down, he ran that slow play action to Christian McCaffrey, and then all of a sudden, of course, Chris Jones was in Purdy's face because the blocking schemes are terrible. You run that slow play action. I'm not a genius, but I always tell people, why don't you put Debo and McCaffrey in the backfield at the same time? You got the 2 best running backs in the game. You got McCaffrey and Debo. Split them next to Purdy. Run one way, run the other way to the other one. Somebody's going to be open in the flat. You tell me that isn't going to work on third down, fourth down, and whatever. Come on, Shanahan. He's got to get out of his way. Like you say a lot of times, he's got to get out of his way. And just that team in 23, you couldn't win the Super Bowl with that. You're not going to. I'm sorry. You've already shown the fans and the players you've given up this year. You didn't do a whole lot of trade deadline. Fine, you don't have a lot of money. Fine, but you could have done something. You could have done.
Mark, I hate to cut you off, but I have to go out to practice in a minute. Mark, I hate to cut you off, but I got to go out to practice in a minute. You're doing a big job. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, thanks.
Good stuff, dude. All right, man. Have a good one, Mark. Thank you. Johnny, I'm going to get to you. Trevor, you got to pull over. Lee Hollywood H says Kyle Dad had Mike, had John Elway, and couldn't get it done until Terrell Davis came along. So was he really a good coach or just a good coordinator? Good question. Maybe just a good coordinator. It is interesting that what Mike Shanahan ultimately did to win those Super Bowls was give the ball to Terrell Davis as much as he could humanly as much as he could physically handle. And he broke down after about 3 years and still made it in the Hall of Fame. But is Kyle treating Christian McCaffrey any differently? Have the Shanahans really changed? Johnny.
Grant, two things. Fire the strength and conditioning staff on this team. That's one. Two, Jed won't fire anybody. If this team doesn't make the playoffs, all Jed's going to say is look at Bosa being hurt and Warner being hurt.
Yep.
And this team will not draft offensive linemen, so that's out the door. The only way they will improve the offensive line is through free agency. If Jed wants to pay offensive linemen or trade, that's it.
Yeah.
But you know Brock's going to play well against Arizona. He's in his home state, and Arizona's missing like 4 or 5 defensive stars. They actually have a bigger injury list coming into this game than the Niners do.
Yeah, and the Niners have a full deck on offense right now.
Yeah, the Niners are probably scoring 38. Here's the thing, though. With Brock, he's not the problem. It's just Jed is going to let Lynch and Shanahan run the team however. And if the team makes the playoffs, Jed's fine with it being relevant. He's not looking at it like, oh, we missed the playoffs again. Nope. If he sees that the Niners somehow go 11-6 with their schedule, it's quite possible. He'll be fine with that.
Yeah. Well, they better get someone who can make these draft picks count because they're holding on to them so preciously, but they're not using them wisely. They better not take the next Jake Moody in round 3.
No, exactly. Well, have fun at practice, Grant, and on Prize Picks, kick kills over.
All right, let's go. Trevor, thank you for pulling over. I appreciate it. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Grant?
Good. Where you driving?
I'm driving home right now, so I'm in Michigan. So
Michigan. Okay.
We're getting cold, but hopefully hold off a little bit. Just 2 things. I'll be pretty quick. I do want to praise Kyle a little bit. There is definitely a lot of room for criticism. I'd like to see more of this, though. However, the 2 tight end set in the red zone with Tonjes and Kittle, they were both open. Tonjes ended up catching that ball. I'd love to see that. I think we glossed over it just because, like, the following weeks, and that's kind of all we saw of it. We didn't see much more. I do want to see more of that, but credit to Kyle for actually using it in the red zone. I thought that was nice.
That was in Jersey, right? Against the Giants, we saw that, right? Or was it against the Texans? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, on the road.
Yep. Okay. So there's that. And then I know the press conference with Brock and with everything's already happened. But just a question that I thought would be, maybe decent for him because I'd like to hear his perspective is, hey, I know that coming back from an injury is difficult and the team is sort of in a must-win game and there's pressure from that. Is there any extra added pressure given how well Mac has played in your absence? Just to sort of see, because he's not dumb. He knows that he got his job from injury. So it would be kind of cool to see his perspective.
It is a good question. I think what he would say is, no, there's no added pressure. I'm just focused on what I need to do and what I can control and going out there and da-da-da-da. But it is a good question. But I think he would say, but it doesn't really matter what I think he would say. It'd be interesting to say what he would say. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Good question.
All right. Well, that's all Trevor. Good talking to you.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Good talking to you too, man. Have a good one. All right. That's the one. I got to go to practice now. I'm late. Thanks for watching. I'll be back. Take care, everyone. And next time you see me, I'll be in Arizona eating tacos. Arizona Mexican food review